What is going on, all my bad, beautiful little landscapers? So today, Dave and we got to go to absolute town on these gardens. Just look at these jungles, these absolute beauties of overgrowth. Don't forget to turn your phone. Dave and I started off by removing all of the green, made sure there was no weeds inside of those garden beds. Then we took out those rocks, and let me tell you something, those were really hard to move. Afterwards, we put down a weed barrier, and our little supervisor got her milk and her Cheez-Its. We eventually set her chair out on her demands so she could watch and make sure that we were doing our job right. After that, we put down some mulch, made sure everything was pretty, beautiful, level, and absolutely garden gorgeous. And then we moved on to the next garden, which was downhill from the previous one we just did. We set down our weed barrier on the top, which we had previously weeded. Then we moved on to the bottom. We cleared out all of those weeds, all those extra greens, and made sure everything was beautifully clean. I put down some mulch at the owner's request. Was, however, discolored from the mulch that we put down, but we put about an inch layer on top of that to make sure that everything had a good, even colored coat. We put down our weed fabric and made sure everything was good, and Dave flew through those pricker bushes. Let me tell you something, those were so pokey and he handled them like a champion. Be a man. And we took all of those stones out, cleared everything out, put down our weed barrier, put down our mulch, and made sure that bed was glorious. And here comes this glorious bed. Let me tell you something. This bed is the crown jewel of this video. Just look at the pile of green that we have already accumulated. Look at the difference. Wow. This is my brother, David, myself, Joe, and our cousin, Randall. He came in to help us out because he had school off that day. And let me tell you something, he is one of the hardest workers we have ever seen. That boy is going to be a millionaire someday. And there goes Mr. Wilson clearing out the greens and working on the top side of the garden. While my brother and we put down our weed fabric, made sure everything was ready for the mulch. So here we are in one of those first sprout moments where we're like, oh, we forgot to do something. And I ran through with the hedge trimmers, and the owner came out and said, first sprout came through and cleaned everything out. Made sure this homeowner is not going to be bumping her arms on any bushes, on any weeds, on any vines, and not bumping her head anymore on any of those overhanging branches. We cleared everything out. There was a lot of dead overgrowth as well. And we had to pull that out and make sure that was clear. And look at that booty. And here comes the mulch! This is just fine tuning, making sure we're beautifying everything up. And here we are dumping it off. And here we are working on that top side that Wilson beautifully prepared. Wilson! Mulched it up. Came through and mulched that keystone piece. That beautiful, amazing, wonderful side piece. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. Oh, those stones. The camera even fell over. It couldn't take it. Oh, it's so pretty. Those stones just bleeding out of the ground, out of the mulch. Looks like a mulch waterfall when you're standing there up close. This is by far one of, if not the most beautiful job we have ever done. Just look at her gardens. I wish I lived there. Oh, beautiful. Enjoy these final shots. This is how we felt when we were done.